Hello and welcome to Power Yoga with Melinda. Today we have a 30-minute headstand flow. So we'll warm up briefly with a quick sun A, and then we'll do some standing postures in our sun B, all moving into a tripod headstand as well as a supported headstand. So let's get started right away. For today's class, I recommend maybe a block if you like to have that for additional support, but nothing else, just your lovely selves and your mat. And let's get started in an extended child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch, spread your knees wide, and then walk your hands forward. Find an active reach. Stay lifted on your fingertips, lifting your elbows up off the mat. Bring your crown of your head down, rather your forehead down. Find little grounding, deep inhalation in through your nose. And then open your mouth, let it go. We want to stay really strong and engaged through the upper body. Feel that energy active all throughout the practice today. On your next inhale, walk your palms over to the right side of your space. Until you can go no further, plant your left palm on top of your right. And then as you exhale, bring your armpit down towards the floor. You can rest your temple, the side of your face, your cheek onto the floor, maybe even rest it on your arm. Press your hips back a little further as you extend your hands forward and to the side. Then inhale, walk your hands back through center, take them all the way over to the left till you can go no farther. Plant your palms on top of one another. Press your right armpit down. Just feel the weight sink heavy into your hips, sink heavy into your torso. Breathe with it. And then inhale, walk it all the way back forward. Hinge your body up to your strong tabletop. Gripping with your finger pads, index fingers pointing forward. Draw your navel to your spine, forearms in. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Pull your back ribs to the ceiling. Draw your navel to your spine. Inhale, cow pose. Draw your shoulder blades together. Lift your gaze. Exhale, cat. Firm the forearms in. Tuck your tailbone, gaze back. One more time through. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Come back to your neutral spine. Leave your hips right where they are. Walk your hands forward, fingertips almost at the top of your mat. Take an inhale and then exhale. Come to your puppy pose. Open your collarbones. Draw them low towards your mat. Maybe your chin can tap the mat. Gaze towards your thumbs. Let your sits bones reach high. And then inhale, shimmy your hands forward. Inhale, rise onto your knees. Flex your heels towards your butt. Draw your navel into your spine. And take 4 yogi push-ups, squeezing your elbows into your side ribs, lower halfway. Warming up for our tripod headstand a little later on. Our arms will support our body. Tuck your toes. Rise all the way into your dolphin pose. Walk your feet in hip-width distance apart, toes in line with your hip points. Firm your elbows towards one another and press the floor away. Grip with your fingers, gaze back behind you. Breathe here for 3. Press to high plank in 2. And 1. Press into your palms, come all the way to a high plank. Adjust your stance. Strong through the forearms. Keep your neck from drooping. Inhale, hinge forward onto your toes. And take 4 more push-ups here. Option to drop back down to your knees if you need it. Firm the elbows in. Just graze the ribs. 2. And 1. This time press all the way back to your down dog. Feels so good. Arms should be nice and warm. Give them a little shake. Rise up onto the balls of your feet. Draw your navel to your spine and then send your heels towards the earth. Expand through the shoulder blades. Take a breath. Walk your feet out to the length of your mat. Toes, pinky toes on the edge of your space. Send your sits bones high. Take an inhale. And then exhale, reach your right hand for your left ankle or calf, whatever's accessible. And then pull your right ribs under. Gaze under your left armpit. Keep your hips swiveling forward. Inhale back through center. Exhale, switch it out. Left hand to right ankle. And then pull your torso through. Pull your left hip point forward. Stay level. And then bring it back through center. Inhale, gaze forward. Bend into your knees. Find this little frog pose. Exhale, step it forward to the top of your space into your Malasana squat. Engage the sides of your glutes. It's okay if you're lifted up a little higher. You have your block. If you need that for a little support, feel free to take it. Hands come to heart center, elbows to the inside. Find a flat back. Breathe in. And exhale, let it go. Release your block if you have it underneath you. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Toe heel your big toes to touch. Hands come to your heart center. Shut down your eyes. Today, I'm just offering you the intention of letting go of any fear or anxiety you have about getting upside down. This is supposed to be fun, so be happy with wherever you are today, even if you're not all the way up. Just be happy and grateful to arrive here to your mat. Take an inhalation in, then open your mouth, let it go. Let's warm our bodies with our Sun A. Come to the top of your mat, bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend. Bend your elbows, cross your wrists. Make a little cradle for your upper back. Little subtle lift of your collarbones. Look high. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crouch and curl. Draw the tops of your feet forward, your knees towards your chest. Maybe you wrap one forearm. Maybe two. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, halfway lift. Heels meet the earth. Find a long, flat back. Exhale, high plank. Plant your hands. Step your feet back. Find strong grip with your fingertips. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Bring your elbows in. Inhale, up dog. Flip your toes. Lift your hip points. Exhale. Down dog. So nice. We'll flow that 2 times through. Inhale, gaze forward. Bend your knees. Exhale, forward fold. Step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Root to rise. Get tall. Exhale, baby back bend. Cross as your wrists. Lift your elbows up towards the ceiling. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold with a swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crouch and curl. Squeeze ankles, knees, and thighs together. Draw your tailbone towards your heels. Wrap one forearm, maybe 2. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, high to low plank. Plant your hands, step back. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One more time through, getting nice and warm. Firm the forearms in. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Expand through the side ribs. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crouch and curl. One final time. Find your ball pose. Squeeze it in so tight. Tuck your chin to your chest. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. So solid. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low. Plant your hands if you're ready to hop back. Take it through. Inhale, up dog. Exhale. Down dog. Oh, the sun is shining on my toes. Feels so nice and warm. Let's move on to our sun bee. In your sun bee, you have two options. We'll take switch kick hops, or if that's not appealing to you, you'll extend your right heel high and draw your knee into your chest. Lift your hips for your bandha charger for 4. And then just take that 4 times. Otherwise, take the switch kick, give it a try. Inhale, extend the right heel high. Exhale, tuck the knee into the chest, step halfway up your mat, launch off of your right foot, and land on your left. Just little switch kicks. 3, 2. On your last one, make your way into your high crescent lunge. Take a look back behind you. Make sure your feet are hip-width distance apart. Firm your inner thighs together. Bend just a little lower. And then exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, launch your body forward. Exhale, revolve, crescent lunge. Hook your elbow to the outside of your right knee and then press into your elbow. Lift your rib cage up to meet your thumbs. Keep the inner thighs firming together. Option to come down to the bottom knee. Get a little extra support, a little extra help with your twist. Breathe in and then let it go. Inhale, gaze down just in front of your big toe. This is where you might use your block. Bring it about 6 inches in front of your big toe. Inhale, revolve, half moon. Take your weight into your right leg. Flex your left toes towards the floor and then spin your torso open to the right. And then maybe you can release your palms. You're here for 3. Bring the knee into the chest in 2 and 1. Tuck the knee into the chest. Squeeze it in tight. Exhale, dancing Shiva. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Spiral your torso open. You can stay here, or your option is to take the knife edge of your foot. And then you can stay here with bent leg, or if you have the straight leg, extend your heel forward. Lean your shoulders back deep in the twist from your navel. You're here for 3. Bring it forward in 2 and 1. Swing it forward. Hold your leg high. Exhale, standing bow pulling pose. Kick your heel towards your glute. Reach for your inner arch. Take an inhale. Exhale, kick your foot into your hand as you dive your torso forward. Lengthen through both of your shoulder blades. Gaze out over your right fingertips. Kick your heel higher. Reverse triangle in 3, 2, and 1. Bend your right leg slowly lower down. Into your reverse triangle. Shift your hips forward. Exhale, Trikonasana. Hips shift back. Torso dips forward. Spin your right ribs under. Pull your left ribs back. Little bitty support from your fingertips. Not too much. Use your core strength to keep your body rotated. Bring your top arm. Reach for your hip crease. And then maybe, just maybe, you can serve up your right hand by your ear. You're here for 3. Pivot forward in 2 and 1. Slowly with control, pivot your back heel forward. Bend your back leg into your fallen flamingo. Come to a flat back. Draw your navel into your spine and squeeze your inner thighs together to keep you balanced. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Plant your hands. Send your right leg high. Exhale, dolphin pose. With your 3-legged position, flex your right toes towards the floor. Spin your inner thighs towards the ceiling. You're here for 3. Press the floor away for 2 and 1. Right foot meets the left. Press back to your down dog. Ooh, take a breath. And we have the other side. We have those switch kicks, or option to take just the knee into the chest for 4 for those bandha chargers. So your choice. Come back to your down dog. Inhale, extend the left heel high. Exhale, tuck the knee into the chest. Step halfway up. Take your 4 switch kicks here for 4, 3, 2. On this last one, come all the way through. into your high crescent lunge. Adjust your stance, draw your inner thighs together. Firm your outer glutes in and then tuck your low ribs into center. Take a breath. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, launch your body forward. Exhale, revolve crescent lunge to the left. Hook your elbow, pull your thumbs towards their sternum. Lift your right ribs up towards the ceiling. Pull your shoulder blades down your back. Don't forget about your strong legs. Squeeze your inner thighs. Gaze down in front of you. Inhale, revolved half moon. Take your block if you need it. Launch forward onto your left leg. Scoot back if you need to. Flex your right toes towards the floor. Open up through your chest. Firm the inner thighs. You're here for 3. Knee comes into the chest in 2 and 1. Suck the right knee into the chest. Slow with control. You got it. Exhale, dancing Shiva. Open to the right. Point through the toes. You can stay here or bend into both legs. Take the knife edge of the foot and then find extension through the right leg, pulling back as you lift your right shoulder back. You're here for 3. Back to the center in 2 and 1. Back to the center. Hold briefly. Exhale, standing bow pulling pose. I'll scoot back just a little bit. Firm the inner thighs. Take an inhale. Exhale, kick and reach. The simultaneous kick and reach is what will keep you balancing. Pull your right knee in towards the midline. Look out over your right fingertips. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reverse triangle. Back heel comes down. Lift up and over, stretch back. Exhale, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Shift your hips back. Open up through your pelvis. Dip your torso low. Fingertips or block or the back of your hand to help keep you supported. Inhale, lengthen the right hand up, sweep it around your back, reach for your hip crease. And then if you're feeling it today, reach your left hand forward, really serve it up as if you're serving up a platter. Pull your bicep by your ear. You're here for 3. Pivot forward in 2 and 1. Slowly pivot onto your right ball of your foot. May need to adjust your stance, firm your inner thighs, bend your back knee into your funky flamingo for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Hands plant. Lift the left leg high. Exhale, dolphin dog. Plant your elbows down. Firmly press the floor away. Lift the shoulders away from the ears. Spin the left inner thigh up. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Left foot meets the right. Press up to your down dog and come to your knees. You made it. So strong. Now let's move into our tripod headstand, and then we'll try a supported headstand, which I think is actually a little more challenging. So to set up for your tripod headstand, right where you are in Vajrasana, sitting on your heels, plant your hands, starfish your fingers, grip with your finger pads, and then launch your body forward. Bring the top of your head to the mat. Stack your elbows in line with your wrists. Tuck your toes. Come up to your dolphin legs. Tiptoe on up. You can stay here or option to lift one leg, then the other. Or if you want to try both, suck your navel into your spine to pull your hips over your shoulders. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Lift the toes towards the ceiling. You can stay here, maybe play with some eagle legs, some Baddha Konasana legs, whatever feels good to you. Then I'll show you another entry. A lot of people like to enter from having your knees on top of the shelf created by your arms. Gives you a little more opportunity to find a little stability first. So to do that, we'll set up the same way. And then just bring your elbows onto the backs of your biceps, on your triceps. And that'll help you feel a little more stable. And then from here, you can work on drawing the low ribs and navel in and then pushing all the way up. You can even try coming out the same way. Maybe you can come back into your crow pose. And maybe you can hold it. So that's your tripod headstand. Play around with that. If you'd like to try a supported headstand, I think it's a little more challenging, at least it is for me. To do this, we take the basket grip, interlace your fingers, pinkies firmly planted on the mat. Your arms, your elbows, a lot of times people get too wide, and that's when they don't have a solid enough base. So make sure you have a proper distance. You can measure it with your fingers. Create a cradle for the crown of your head. Bring it down, snuggle it under, press the floor away with your elbows. Walk your toes up. If you're like me, it's harder for me to get my hips because I don't have the mobility in my hamstrings. So I have to push off, take a little hop, draw your navel into your spine. That will help keep you stable. Squeeze your legs together, press the floor away with your forearms, and then come up. Stay there for as many breaths as you need to. And you can practice it against a wall if that makes you feel a little more comfortable. And then when you're finished, come back to your child's pose. Take a big stretch forward. And come up. Have a seat in an easy Sukhasana position. Take an inhale, sweep your right arm up and over. Reach for the side. I like to reach for my earlobe, but the side of your head. And then just light, gentle pressure. Pull your right ear down towards your right shoulder. So even though we're not carrying all of the weight in our necks when we do headstand, we still have 10, 20, 25% of the weight that's pressing down on the neck. And then draw your gaze low towards your right knee. And then lift your gaze to the ceiling. All the while keeping that light amount of pressure. And back through center, we'll switch it out. Left arm comes up and over this time. Reach for the temple, the side of the ear, and then draw your left ear down towards your shoulder. Just find your breath. Feel that lovely stretch down the side of your neck. And then when you're ready, just shift your gaze towards your left knee. That shifts the angle of the stretch. More to the posterior side of the neck. And then inhale, send your gaze high. Feel a stretch more into the throat. And then bring it back to center. Sweep your left arm up and over. Take a big side body stretch. And then sweep it forward all the way up and over to the other side. Bend into your left elbow. Gaze up and over. Reach your hands behind your back. Take that basket grip. Punch your knuckles towards the floor. Maybe they can rest on the floor as you open up through your chest. Open your throat. And then exhale, fold it forward. To the best of your ability, this is even challenging for me. Micro bend in your elbows so your palms can touch. Then release your hands, walk your fingertips forward. And just take a forward fold. Extend your fingers, rather your feet forward. Flex your toes, little bend in your knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold it forward. Reach for your toes. So one of the things that challenges me about yoga is the quest for more mobility, more flexibility. The strength part comes easy for me. It's the flexibility that is my biggest challenge. So what is your biggest challenge? And can you keep coming back to that challenge and have the positive mindset to know that the more you do it, the better you'll get? I'm getting there slowly. Then rise all the way up. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Take your cobbler's pose. Tuck your forearms under. Reach around for your toes, your ankles, whatever you can grab a hold of. And then use your bicep strength to pull the crown of your head towards your toes. It's a great stretch for your groin, your mid and low back. Then release your hands, come all the way up, cross your legs. Sweep your arms high overhead and then bring your palms to your heart center. Draw your thumbs to your third eye center, your seat of intuition. Thank you for sharing your headstand practice with me today. I honor and recognize the teacher and student in each and every one of you that also lives in me. Namaste, friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you feel like you need a little bit more stretch and release, check out one of the short stretch and release classes. And then if you feel like you need a little more strength building, check out the core series, our Power Core series. There's something for everyone there for you. I hope you join me again soon, friends. Have a wonderful day. Be kind, be strong, and most importantly, be well.